Okay, baik. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, everyone. Alright, kalau tadi kita sudah this morning, I have already explained to you about syntax course description. Maka giliran pada siang hari ini saya akan ngomongin atau I'm going to discuss to you. I'm going to tell you what is the course description of public speaking course because uh, I I have responsibility to teach you 4 courses. Anyway, it's quite hard for me because yeah, we have to meet 4 times in a week maybe. Baiklah, so today saya akan menjabarkan tentang public speaking. You know what? Public speaking is not the same as other speaking skills. Okay, public speaking has two terms. The first one is public, while the second one is speaking. Well, just speaking like usual is something not really hard. Like when you speak with your partner, with your friends in classroom, like you speak with them in cafeteria or else somewhere else. Speaking in public is, mm, you know what? It feels like you have to stand up in front of many people that watching you. You have to talk as clear as possible to them with the confidence, and then you have to organize your speech as good as possible to make your audience interested. So it's gonna be hard. That's why this semester saya akan membahas kiat-kiat how to do public speaking out or how to speak in public. Good, because not all speaker could speak in public. Even for those who are able to speak very fluently, very clearly, but sometimes when they are assigned, when they are exposed to public real situation, they're gonna face some difficulties, some obstacle, and that is why ada perkuliahan ini untuk mengatasi hal-hal yang itu, apalagi untuk kalian yang tidak terbiasa speaking in front of public. Ya, good. Saya I'm gonna show you the course description. Well, this is our course description for public speaking. So it's semester 4, fourth semester. Creditsnya 2 ya. Oke, dan lecture-nya saya sendiri, so saya tidak bertandem dengan siapapun. Good. Well, let's have a look on our course objective because this is very important aspect because what I want you to achieve is based on this part. Okay, well, have a look. This course is designed to equip students with public speaking skill through several theories and practices. Okay, let me start from in that statement. I said in this course objective that I would like to equip you with several theories and practices. It means that in our course, I will not rely on theory. Sorry, I will not rely only on practices like a previous speaking course. Kan last 2 semester itu saya pegang speaking for daily activities, and in that semester I just assigned you to speak to record a video based on a particular topic, and then you have to speak, ya kan ya, without giving you some like theories. So in this course I will not merely focus on what is that I will not merely focus on the practice, so I will emphasize more on theories. This is why nanti untuk of six meeting, yeah, of six meeting, I will put high portions, okay, more portion on theories because public speaking is not really about practices. It's only about how you prepare this, and the more, okay, the better you prepare your public speaking, the better the results are. Good. Jadi kita akan fokus pada theories and practice such as how to prepare a speech in public. This is important, guys. Um, you know what? When you are assigned, when you are exposed to, when you are assigned, sorry, when you are assigned to be a master of ceremony, yeah, wedding master of ceremony. So you cannot simply just stand up in front of the venue, yeah, the venue ya di depannya apa namanya, in front of the wedding newlyweds, yeah, and then you just speak like you don't prepare anything. No, it's not. You have to prepare. like make sure every detail of the event, okay. Make sure every activities of the event, okay. Dan tentunya saling berkolaborasi dengan vendor, saling berkolaborasi dengan pihak dari wedding organizer-nya. That's why this is important. This is not as easy as speaking for daily activities. Kemudian how to organize a speech? Yeah, this is important because a good speech must have well organized part. Jadi ada pembukaan, opening, ada body, ada closing, and every part has important aspect to prepare. Kemudian how to deal with anxiety. This is the most important thing also. So you have you felt that when you are speaking with your friends at classroom or in cafeteria or etc. It feels like nothing. What was it? No worry. Okay, no worry in your feeling or in your body. No worry. But when you have to do presentation in front of the class, yeah, when you have to do presentation in front of the class, it feels like you cannot speak up. It feels like you're speechless, whereas you know the material in your head. So if you feel this way, it means that okay, you find yourself in high anxiety, because anxiety also divided into two parts, and I'm going to discuss this later. Kemudian how to build speaker confidence. This is important. Yeah, like practicing in front of the mirror is making you better in building your confidence, or like holding a pen when you have to speak in front of people, and then you just don't use any other aid, okay, to help you in speaking, so it's gonna make you more anxious. But when you are holding such as a pen or something other, that make you more confident. Yeah, and we're going to discuss about this later in our book. And how to make effective closing speech. Yeah, this is not easy thing because closing speech sometimes untuk orang-orang apa ya, orang-orang seperti apa, biasanya di closing itu ada motivating remark atau pantun dan lain sebagainya. Nah, so we have to make sure that we prepare for our closing speech. Kemudian in terms of practice, student will be exposed to several public speaking activities such as becoming a master of ceremony. Ini yang penting. So I will assign you. So because we have some meetings for you to practice your public speaking. So I will assign you to be a master of ceremony. Tidak hanya master of ceremony, tapi I want you to be a news anchor, kemudian a radio presenter, dan a moderator dan lain sebagainya. Nah, jadi ini adalah practice that we have to do, that I have to assign you. Jelas ya? Jadi jelas, we're gonna focus not only on theory, again, not only on theory or only on practice. We're gonna focus on both. Good. Itu untuk our course objective. So what about our course content? Ya, seperti yang tadi ya, sudah dijelaskan di sini. Variety of public speaking activities and theories will be introduced and assigned to the student. Being news anchor, a master of ceremony, a radio presenter, or some practical training to be done by the students while analyzing audience, preparing speech, crafting speech, delivering speech, understanding types of speech are main topics to be discussed in this course. Ini jelas ya, ini sama dengan yang di atas, sehingga kalian di atas itu sudah bisa. At the end of the semester, you will be able to do a public speaking with confidence, of course, dan with good preparation. Kemudian our classroom activities, seperti biasa, the classroom activities will be basically in the form of discussion of the assigned topics. Jadi nanti akan saya beri topik-topik tertentu yang harus kalian diskusikan. So yeah, so I will assess okay your performance from those activities. Kemudian student learning progress will be assessed through classroom performance, assignment, discussion, participation, semester test, and final test. Nah, ini jelas seperti biasa ya. Good. Kemudian evaluation-nya juga sama dengan syntax 10%, 20%, 30%, 40%. Attendance-nya 10%, participation-nya 20%, mid test-nya 30%, final test-nya 40%. Kemudian referensinya ini yang penting ya. Karena again public speaking couldn't be made of impromptu preparation or impromptu activities. No. Good. Kita pakai dua. Pertama BB ya. Judulnya adalah Concise Public Speaking Handbook. Ini yang utama. Kemudian ada e-book tahun 2010. Itu judulnya adalah Public Speaking Success in 20 Minutes a Day. New York Learning Express. Yang akan kita pakai adalah yang di atas, ya. Yang di atas adalah yang menjadi acuan kita. Maka dari itu nanti akan saya share juga buat kalian. Good. So now let's have a look on our classroom sessions. Okay, like usual, I get a 16 meeting with the one is introduction to the course. Okay, at 8 meeting, we get midterm test, and the final meeting will have a final test. Apa saja yang akan kita lakukan? Di pertemuan kedua nanti, I'm going to speak about public speaking and audience-centered speaking process. So I'm gonna introduce you to public speaking because public speaking is not the same as other speaking activities. Kemudian, maka pertemuan ketiga, kita sudah mulai menganalisa bagaimana sih cara mempersiapkan how to prepare good public speaking. Cara pertama adalah analyzing the audience. Ingat, your speaking style must be based on your audience. Contoh begini. When you speak in front of children, when you speak in front of, you become master of ceremony, and then you have to speak, and then you have to speak in front of children. It's gonna be different when you are speaking in a seminar. Yeah. In scientific seminar, no, it's gonna be different. So we must collect the data as many as possible about our audience. We have to know their age, we have to know their occupations, their interests, their hobbies, and etc. From this data, okay, we can make a suitable speech for them to attract them, to make them interest. This is why analyzing audience is one of the most important part in preparing public speaking. Kemudian pertemuan ke-4 itu ada developing your speech, ya. Kemudian pertemuan kelima ada gathering and using supporting material. Nanti mungkin kita akan beberapa digabung begitu, tidak masalah, beberapa topik karena ada beberapa yang sama. Gathering and using supporting material ini berarti ingat kalau speaking itu tidak langsung impromptu. Impromptu speaking is never good. Kita harus prepare apa sih yang mau kita sampaikan. Minimal ada ada poin-poinnya yang akan kita sampaikan. Kemudian organizing your speech, introducing and concluding your speech. Jadi bagaimana cara membuka speech and how to conclude our speech. Baru kemudian mid test, ya. Di pertemuan ke-9 masih teori dan praktis ya. Nanti saya akan tetap meminta kalian untuk mempraktekkan berdasarkan each topic that we discuss every week. Kemudian nomor 9 seperti outlining and editing your speech, ini saya akan meminta kalian outline and edit your speech. Kemudian pertemuan ke-10 delivering your speech, ini sudah masuk pada penyampaian speech ya. Maka ini saya juga akan meminta kalian untuk mendeliver your speech. Jadi di masing-masing dari sini, dari atas sampai bawah, saya minta kalian melakukan persiapan finding your most favorite topic, and then di pertemuan ke-10 ini, I want you to deliver your speech. Kemudian ini tambahan saja, ini boleh ada, boleh tidak, sama dengan speaking with confidence ini. Jadi how we use presentation aids, seperti PowerPoint, kemudian chart, kemudian graphic, kemudian video, picture, dan lain sebagainya. Kemudian baru speaking with confidence, ini bisa nanti saya gantikan dengan public speaking practice ya. Ini masih teori saja. Kemudian baru 13, 14, 15, we're gonna deal with public speaking practice. Tapi mungkin kalau semisal, ini saya desain perkuliahan ini because we are in pandemic. Tapi kan berdasarkan informasi dari Pak Agung bahwa after mid test, ya kita akan belajar langsung tatap muka kan begitu. Maka mungkin akan saya sesuaikan dengan kondisi tersebut. Ini saya desain because we are in pandemic. Jadi saya mendesain sebagaimana sih sesuai dengan kondisi kita sekarang. Tapi mungkin when the condition have shifted, change, kita mungkin akan juga setelah midterm test kita akan banyak praktis, starting from delivering your speech. Itu. Kemudian practice speaking, public speaking practice 1, public speaking practice 2, and public speaking practice 3. Kemudian at the end of the course we're gonna have final test. Itu saya berharap after completing this course, you are not only able to speak with your friends on the phone, at cafeteria, in the classroom, not. I also expect you to be able to be a speaker, like a moderator in seminar, like a presenter, news anchor, a presenter, a radio presenter, kemudian lain sebagainya. At least you have that skill, because public speaking skill is the most important thing dan yang paling ditakuti. Yes. Why? Iya, karena when you are speaking in public, you are going to deal with the anxious, with the worry, with high expectation and so on. Makanya saya tidak banyak menggunakan pertemuannya untuk praktis, because when you have already had the theory, okay, maka selanjutnya kita tinggal praktek saja sehingga hasilnya akan maksimal. Oke, itu saja dari saya. Thank you so much. I'm gonna see you again next meeting with the second meeting, with my first time to explain to you what is public speaking and audience center speaking process. Itu saja dari saya. Thank you so much. See you. And assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon.